welcome to another video. This is Angie in the city, and with my friend and my guest, Matty Sanagare. She's from the Bronx, so chill out. What's up?
Yo, you be making me so mad with all of your memes on Facebook. I'm like, damn, what did the Bronx ever do to you?
So let's talk about your sparkling and amazing achievement that happened as of recently, because because you were in the play Eclipse, written by Matty Sanagare. So you got the amazing achievement of being a part of the Eclipse that was in Milwaukee Rep, before everything went down. So how was it? Like, tell us what made that possible. What happened?
So how I got the role was I have reps, but the thing with me is I like to be proactive. I never want to just, stay at home with like my hands folded, like, all right, I'll just wait.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just wait for my reps to email me, to call me, be like, hey, we have an audition for you, and go. I like to just stay proactive because I feel like that just helps me as an actor and me just being proactive in my career. So I went to a few EPAs to experience how it is going to an EPA.
An EPA, for the people who don't know what that means?
Oh, that is an equity principal audition. So that involves you waking up early in the morning. So I would wake up like 2:00 in the morning, try to get there by like 3 or 4 o'clock, the latest. Yes, I was trying to be the first person there, or at least the second or the third, because you have the equity actors who would like, they can sign up online and they can show up, and for non-equity actors is always tough to get seen, but you do get seen. Yes. But I was on Playbill, and then the casting director, I saw Milwaukee Rep, they posted, we're casting, and I was just like, oh my God. And then I saw Eclipse, and I was just like, I saw Eclipse when it was on Broadway, and I was just
like, oh, I gotta do it.
I don't remember, but I still have the original email, but I think they were asking for equity actors. Mm-hmm. I'm not an equity actor. I was like, I'm still gonna send them my headshot.
Here I am.
Like put like a small little blurb, like 2 or 3 sentences. I was like, hi, how are you? My name is Matty Sanagare. I'm a first generation West African kid, and I would love to audition for this play. Emailed it, completely forgot about it, was going to EPAs, was taking classes, and then I got an email response, I think like a month later, with my appointment time, asking for me to, they want to see me. And I was laughing. So I was just like, what? I completely forgot about this. I was like, yeah, I actually want to see me. Okay. Right. So literally, so I got the side, I was like, yes, I can show up. So I got the side, I'm like learning it, blah, 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 memorizing it, researching Eclipse, and researching Liberia. Mind you, this was just the first audition, but I felt like for me as an actor, I have to do my research so I can go to the audition room as confident as possible.
Absolutely.
So I started listening to Liberian people on YouTube. Mind you, this was the first audition. So I was like listening to Liberians speak, and I was writing down the IPA, the phonetics, just so I can hear the rhythm and how different it is. And I was trying to learn as much as I can with Liberia. And I read the play, did like a short character backstory. And then I did the audition, and then that was that. And then I got an email the same day for the callback. And I was like, I think I should email my agents and tell them. So I emailed my agent. I was like, hey, I did this audition for Milwaukee Rep, and they want to see me for a callback. And then my agent responded back dumb fast. She was like, all right, make sure you just keep us in a loop next time so we can like protect you. Milwaukee Rep is a good theater company, but we just want to protect you for future reference. I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then the person who I was talking to, I think it was the casting associate or the casting director, or maybe both, I CC'd him and my agent in the same email. It's like, hey, this is my agent, moving forward, blah, 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 blah. So the callback was the next day. No. So,
right.
mind you, I was working oh gosh, so many things is happening. I missed it later. Okay, so I had an audition that same week also for Schoolgirls, the African Mean Girls play. So I had a call back for that the same day that I had a call back for Eclipse. And for Eclipse, I had to learn the girls' monologue, which is like a page and a half. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to learn this with the accent, 2 different accents, by the way, even though they're both plays are taking place in Africa, is obviously 2 different countries, 2 different accents.
Yeah, dialect.
So I also saw Schoolgirls, yeah. So I was very familiar with the play, and I read the play, did my own backstory with the character. So I was at work. I left work, ran to the Schoolgirls call back. Mind you, I didn't know my monologue off book, and I like to be off book, meaning knowing all of your lines. So you can just go there. You don't have the sides, which is the paper with the lines on it with you. So I did the Schoolgirls call back. I felt good, and then I changed and I went straight to the call back for Eclipsed, and my audition wasn't until like 5 hours afterwards. So I was like, I'm gonna find a little place where I'm auditioning and just stay there and go over my monologue and just like sink into this character. And it was so funny because there were so many things happening in that hallway. There was like auditions happening, people were singing, people were walking back and forth, there were people in the hallway, there were dancers, there were so many different things happening. And I was just like, do not let that freak you out, do not let that freak you out. And it was this one particular lady that kept walking back and forth, and I saw her, which is my director, May. I didn't realize that was her, because obviously I didn't know, but it was this lady. She kept walking back and forth, and then I saw the casting director with her walking also, and I was just like, oh my gosh, he's probably like, why is this girl here? Like, she is 5 hours too early. And I was like, F it, whatever, I don't care. So it started to get closer to my callback time. So I like walked towards the door, and then the woman walks out again. And then the casting director's like, hey, Matty, I'm so sorry. She just had a baby, and like she has to feed her, put her down. And is it okay if as soon as she comes in, we see you? I'm like, yeah, sure. I was like, let's just do it. Let's have a good time. And he was like, all right, see you soon. I was like, all right. And I was like, of course. I would just be like, all right.
I love it.
Like, I'm not getting this wrong. So she walks back. I like smile at her just to smile and be a kind person. So then they go into the room, and then he comes out. He's like, Matty, we're ready to see you. I was like, let's do it.
Right.
So I walk the room, I'm like, hi, how are you? And then I read over the first side, which is in the play, the girl has a gun, and this is the turning point in the play where she's no longer this sweet, innocent person. She is like
a victim of her circumstances.
Pretty much. She is like, I'm pretty sure at this point she had shot somebody already. So she's like showing the woman who's one of the wives that, hey, like, I'm this badass, like, look at me. And she's like talking to the people. So I had to do that side. And the first time I did
so good.
Oh my goodness.
When you did that, I was like,
oh, yes, you did see it. Oh
yes,
gosh. That was my favorite part in the play, because I got to just like really be
that bitch, like that bitch.
Oh my gosh, it was, and I loved every time I would come out. You can just hear the audience. They'll be like, "Oh my God, is that her?" Like, yes, that is the girl. So I did that. I did my first take of what I think the audition, how the performance was supposed to be, and the director was like, "How about we do it differently. How about you, like, you do it and, like, you're just, you don't know what you're doing, and you're like seeking that validation. I was like, all right, cool, let's do it. So I did it. And then she was like, all right, do the monologue. Mind you, I didn't get a chance to get completely off book with the monologue, but I was like, I'm not going to be apologetic about it. I'm just going to make sure that I'm being myself. The intention is there, and I'm going to do the monologue. And I did it. She gave me some notes and I took it, and then I did the monologue again. I screwed up the monologue, but I kept going. And after that, she asked me a few questions, and then I answered it. And before running out the door, because literally that's what I did, I like literally like ran out the door. I was like, oh, congratulations on the newborn baby. I hope she like stays asleep. Okay, bye. And I ran out. I was like, why would
after
you?
that, she was like, I love this chick.
Why would you do that? So I was just like, I'm not making it. Woo, woo, woo. So I'm like working. And then my reps, they called me. I was like, all right, they're either going to drop me or they're just letting me know that I have another audition, because they like to call and send an email right after. So I went to the bathroom, and then my agent was just like, hey, can I have a conversation with you? I was like, yeah, sure. So I went to the bathroom, sat down on the floor. Mind you, I was at work. And then she told me that I got it. And I was like, no, I did it. She's like, no, you got it. I was like,
Amazing.
yeah. So that was such a long story.
I enjoyed it.
That's how I got it. Oh, and if any actors are watching this, do it. Don't wait for permission. You have to do it.
That's really
you have to do it. Honestly.
Let me tell y'all how this girl, after she done got it and everything, she was just like, oh, I couldn't believe it. Like, no, they don't want me. Like, what? It's a joke. And I was like, she went through, and now you hear the story, you went through all this shit for you to be like, oh, I did this and this and this. I'm like, girl, like, obviously you deserved it.
Oh,
right place, right time, did the work, all that. But I definitely feel you though, because it helps me more to know the words. I'm learning this.
Mm-hmm.
That it actually helps me feel more solid if I actually know the words and have some kind of research. Definitely research more than words. Like if I don't have the words, at least I have the research. Like
Exactly, because if you don't have the research, like you're just going in there and you don't know the tone of what you're auditioning for.
Right.
If it's like a comedy and you're being like super serious and dramatic, you don't know the tone of it. So it's just like, sis, what you doing?
Right. I feel you.
So I feel like
yeah,
research definitely helps. Whew.
But you did that and that was freaking awesome. Let's see what's the next one. Oh, well, now that we know that we're in the pandemic time and it sucks that it had to happen, but at least like you guys got it recorded and I loved it because I watched it and I loved it. Watched with my family like a full-blown movie. I was like, ew. But how did it feel like having it end? Like it's good that you got your equity card, your actor's equity card, which is amazing. But how did it feel like now that it ended on such a short and abrupt note? Like you had a week of previews and a week of a show or something like that?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. So pretty much we got to perform it for 2 weeks, even though it seemed much longer because I think we did 9 performances in a week. It was 2 shows like on Saturdays and 2 shows on Tuesdays, another 2 show on another day. So it felt longer than that, but it was a bummer. Like it was really heartbreaking for us because we worked so hard on this, and not just the actors, just everybody who was involved in this. Like every single person put like their heart and soul into making this play become what it was, and it was really heartbreaking. And we were told before, I think like 20 minutes before we went on stage, so all of that anger and pain and just we each and every one of us used it in our performance that day. It sucked, but also a blessing because we got the chance to perform it one more time, and they filmed it. And if you
Mm-hmm.
had a ticket, you can get the link, or if you didn't have a ticket, you could have still bought the ticket. So I felt like it reached more people who weren't in Milwaukee or Chicago. You know, you
Yeah.
have some people in New York who watched it, you know, some people in freaking Florida who watched it. So it was a blessing in disguise, but there's nothing like being in the theater in front of our audience and just
Yeah.
getting that like
Getting
energy.
that the energy,
Yeah.
yeah. But it was still good.
Mm-hmm.
Even though there's a recording, I still felt like
Yeah,
there was still the energy. I know like the
yeah.
recordings are never the same, but
Yeah.
but it was still there. I felt it.
Yeah. I was watching it too, girl. I was just like, oh, I was just like, oh, I was like, oh my, I was like, oh, look at the
Right.
camera.
Everybody had amazing moments. Like everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was
Yeah.
great. And I love the ass and the oh. Like, I love that. You just end it. When he sees
So
you, like it's the tonality of
oh my god.
so good.
Uh-huh.
I
And
love
the
it.
fact that all of the women in the play like are from like an African background, it was just so easy for us to just play
You're like, oh,
and just
family.
like boom, 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 bounce off of each other.
So, with my unstable connection, how you keeping yourself busy these days in these weird times?
Keeping myself busy. Well, I've been cooking a lot, which is a surprise
Me
because
too.
sis, that banana nut thing that you made when I showed it on Instagram, I was like, oh, that look
Oh,
good.
the chocolate chip? It's mad good. Banana bread is mad good.
Can you make it again once we can go outside so I can have some?
Right. I'll leave it at your door. It's all good.
Thank you, thank you.
But yeah,
But cooking, binge watching shows, and started YouTube, and I'm like writing. So like
yeah.
those are ways I'm staying busy and like doing yoga and just like meditating and just taking things day
Damn.
by day.
I definitely need to
Yeah.
meditate.
Do it.
Especially I'm an overthinker. Like
Oh,
it's so hard
oh
to
my
fight,
God.
and so
Oh my
hard.
God. How was Kundalini for you when you had to take it with Roger? How was Kundalini for you?
Oh, I got into it, especially because it's a lot of pain, so you focus on the pain. So I'm like, if I focus on the pain, that's fine. But if I have to sit there and meditate without the pain, I'm like, boy, I'm gonna be up so long. It's like,
It's so random how I brought it up. But I was just like, you're overthinking. I was just like, maybe do some Kundalini. Make all of that pain go.
I should have, but my shoulder's already hurting. Like, I need a massage. I was supposed to get one before everything went to shit, and
No.
I
I
need.
took a walk to Dwayne Reed and to my supermarket, which is like a 20-minute walk. By the time I got back inside, I was
Right.
like I sound like a smoker.
Yep.
But
It's
yeah.
hard out here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take like an acting class also online, but like it's just when it comes to doing acting classes online, it's just iffy in terms of like having the person, the reader on the other side.
Are you
And
thinking like on camera class or like
on camera,
acting?
sorry.
Girl, okay, I'm gonna let you finish. Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's it. That was it. I was like, is it cool? Like, will it still work? Because I'm looking at classes that they have like casting directors and like um agents and stuff, and it's just that I don't want to just waste my money for not getting anything out of it. But I don't feel like I don't know. That's it. That's it.
I totally get like you have the right to be a little bit apprehensive because it is online. But I actually took my first on-camera class last week, and it was on Zoom, and nothing about it was weird.
Okay,
It
cool.
was literally like as if I was in class and just home, because on Zoom there's like this cool feature where you can like pin a video so it's only like you and this other person that's talking. Like it was it was good.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right.
Yeah. So take the class. Only if you want to. Don't feel like you have to take the class. You can like.
No, I'll take it because I want to do
But
something. I've doing the monologues and stuff that I post is like pretty fun. So I'm like, I want to do it.
mhm. Yeah,
It's good
yeah, definitely do it. Definitely do it. I think it's worth it.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And what non-related acting thing are you doing for fun?
For fun, what non-actor related thing I'm doing
I know
for
it's
fun?
so hard. You would?
I mean, I think I already said it. I mean, I'm writing. I'm writing
And cooking.
stuff, and I'm cooking. I started YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and chilling and watching shows. That's like non-actor
That's true.
re.
Or is it like actor research? No, I'm just playing. No, I think anything is actor related because being an actor is just being alive. To be honest, like I was thinking I was like, damn, what kind of acting technique do I need? Like and stuff like that when like started at Brooklyn College. But then after I graduated, I was like, yo, acting is life, man. Like even going to other countries and experiencing other cultures and people, it's like that kind of that enriches you, and it grounds you, that the feeling of knowing that you're not the world, or
Mm,
it's not like the world isn't
yeah,
about you. Everything isn't about you.
yeah,
Like that's what.
oh my gosh, the world does not revolve around you, and there
Yeah,
are people out there living their own lives, going through their own struggle. I think that's a beautiful way to put it.
yeah,
That is, and that's how we met everyone at Brooklyn College.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn College.
Brooklyn
Shoot, and we're
College.
the same age or whatever, looking like we 19, but we
I'm
think
like,
like I'm appreciative of the program. It's good. It has its ups and downs like anything, but overall I'm glad I met chill people, and I think the program does help us to be hustlers and not waiting for things to happen. So
yeah, and I definitely feel like since it was Brooklyn College and we were in Brooklyn, I feel like everybody, well, when we were there, because I don't know how it is now, but when
right.
we were there, I feel like the people who were in the program are hungry. Like, they didn't have things handed to them. Not saying that other people do, but no, some people do. But like nothing
Yeah,
was like,
even in our program, some people did.
right. That's a statement. But like, right? Like 85% of us, or 80% of us, like nothing was handed to us. So we had to be hungry. And I feel like a lot of the professors, whipped us into shape. But
Mhm.
like, I felt like it Brooklyn College was like the perfect place for me because I got to meet dope people like you and
Yeah.
my ensemble mates and other people from your class and the class above your class. Like,
Mhm.
beautiful.
They're
Mm-hmm.
awesome. I really it was the right place at the right time. So you started your YouTube channel again for the third time. Like tell us what's up, Of course we gonna link it, obviously.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So my YouTube channel, I literally felt like the first and the second time that I had it, I was just like, I got over it really fast because I felt like I was putting a lot of pressure on myself. So this time, with me having it the third time, I literally just wanted to like reflect who I am as a person. Like I love comedy and I have 2 sketches on there already. There's gonna be more sketches. I'm gonna have like tips and stuff because I'm into self-care and mental care and self-awareness and spirituality, stuff like that. I'm gonna talk
Mhm.
about stuff like that. I'm gonna have like videos where I'm having conversations with my friends because I just want my YouTube channel to be like, hey, this is like an insight on who I am as a person. So yeah, and it's fun. It's fun. It's
Yeah.
fun. Why not?
It is fun, and it's definitely why not. I feel you on that though, because I was talking to my friend about it, and I think I told you about it before too. Yeah, I it's just like I was making it less fun for myself because I would
Mm-hmm.
have fun recording it, and I of course love seeing the end result, but it's somewhere between like the editing process and the recording. where I start nitpicking to a next level extent. And then every time I watch it, I'm like, oh, it's not that great, you know? And like one of the videos that I have coming up that I finally finished, even it's like 5 minutes. It's like, why did you take so long for 5 minutes? 5 minutes. Because I was just tearing it apart, and it's just like I need to stop and I need to just do it, because when I looked at it I was like, oh, it's actually pretty fun, like it's funny and it's fun. So just it's dumb pressure, because I'm like, I started YouTube for fun, just do it for fun, of course, like also to document like the acting journey, but also to like promote friends and stuff. Like that was the intention, and I lost that somewhere in the mundane idea of like an influencer. But it's like, I'm not on here for money, like I'm not here for money. So
right. Yeah. Good for you. And honestly, I think that's what was happening with me also, because you start like comparing your stuff to other people when you shouldn't be, but we're human.
right
We're human,
right
and we're flawed. And I was just like, oh my god, look at that person, like they're doing their videos like this, and they have all of these cool things, and they have this many amount of followers, like, oh, I
right
shouldn't even be doing it. And it's just like, why are you worried about what the next person is doing? Like, do your own thing.
right, because they're comparing themselves to other people, and I'm like, just
That's right.
stop.
That's right. So it's just like, don't even do it to yourself. That's something that I'm learning to do in every facet of my life, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Don't compare myself to other people, because me and this other person, we are on two different paths, two different journeys.
Yep. Right now, I just thought like we should do a cute little lightning round. Okay. You ready? All right. Tea or coffee?
Okay. Tea.
All right. Favorite meal of the day? Breakfast,
Oh,
lunch, dinner.
breakfast.
All right, cool. I feel you. Quarantine song on repeat.
Oh, quarantine song on repeat. Okay. I don't know the words, but it's from that challenge.
I have no idea. Favorite quarantine snack?
Ooh.
He was a snack. Okay.
Ice cream.
Ice cream? Do you have like a particular flavor?
Gelato. I don't know the brand, but it's butter pecan.
Ooh, damn, butter pecan is so good. That was the last of them, but damn, butter pecan is so good.
Oh, dang, I wish I had those questions. Tea or coffee?
Oh, coffee.
Song that's on repeat.
I have Slow by Calvin Harris and Normandy.
Ooh, that's a good one. Favorite breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Breakfast.
Breakfast. Favorite quarantine snack?
Ooh, almond M&Ms.
Ooh, nice. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I would live in the countryside in Europe somewhere.
Okay.
So far right now, because I've been to Europe more often. So
yeah, you have, because she has a whole
fiance. Right, we about to be married. Like,
she has a whole fiance. She about to get married or whatever.
Get married.
Oh
like, this whole quarantine, I have my ring on. I just left it in there because I'm like,
well, it's okay. Like, I'm not going outside.
Okay.
Okay, I have a question. If you weren't acting, what would you be doing?
You know, honestly, I thought about that. I think that I would have been a lawyer.
Wow, a lawyer?
Yeah.
Why?
Because, like, advocating for people and stuff would, it's still like a humane act, hopefully, if, you're not, lawyer, could get a little, convoluted. But, yeah, I think I would be a lawyer, to help out, like, people who need it, like, to defend people who need defending. But what else? Or a teacher, lawyer or a teacher.
Oh my gosh, those are good. Those are two good careers for you if you weren't acting.
I mean, you could kind of teach on YouTube. Not teach, but you could kind of teach.
Right. You can still teach, honestly, but you can teach acting if you wanted to.
Right. Or just
different.
Yeah. Thing. Or maybe like one of those people who do the speeches, like motivational speaker.
Yes. Like do TED Talks and stuff.
Yeah. But I don't feel like I know enough about anything to really be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a personality. I'm not. I'm like, and that's okay. Like, I'm not here to, you know,
Yeah.
teach
It's
people.
like, I know thyself.
Right. Thank you guys for watching. It's Matty Sanagare. Check out her channel. It's funny. It's funny and it's real. It's real talk. And of course, like link will be in the bio. Wow, this isn't Instagram. Link will be at the bottom of the video. And you know. So see y'all in the next one. See y'all in the next